Face now. Oh, now it's working, Rob. Now it's on. All of that. Oh, what's going on? Be quiet, man. The thing is working now. Ahiya. Yahi. Haya ahaya. Para to me, halal, hallelujah. Fatah atav. What's going on? How you doing? If you knew what I had to do to get through to you today, this is just like a representation, whether you know it or not, of how my life is, how arduous and hard they make it for you to hear this. Why? You know, they give other people little situations. Why? So that they can be able to say the things that I'm saying right now in that manner to make it seem like they really have a hard time also in this world, so that you follow them in the things that they do to make it seem like they're approved. Oh, as my father said, let me get that scripture real quick. For their wickedness approve their sayings. Selah. So it make it look like they doing really good work because they're given trials and tribulations, but they already given the answers to them, and it's just setting them up to make them look like they are really of something when they are really of nothing. All right, for sure. And when you see what you really supposed to be looking at, because things have changed, you kind of shy away, stray away from that water, because that water is really in the shit. That water, that being, that spirit is really in it. So I'm just saying, I went through a lot today, and this is a representation, whether you see it or not, of what it took me to sit here and stand here and stick at it just to open up this portal for you to have. That's why you got that finger on that thumbnail that's saying, you. Put it right there. You. I need you to need you. And if you were in your place right now, this portal wouldn't have took so long to open up. It would have just opened up. Because when you need you, and you needed this because you seen it was you, what could they stop? Because it would be more of you that you're looking for. When you put out more of you, then you're only going to receive more of you. But if you don't know you, the you that you're putting out, you don't know what you're putting out. 333. Meaning you don't know what you're putting out, even though you feel what you're getting back. You don't recognize, you don't realize that you're putting out something other than how you see yourself, because you're not really seeing yourselves. We're not seeing ourselves correctly. You could have closed the door. It was closed when you came in. Beautiful. So I need you today. I need you to see you. Because if you don't see you, you can't see me. If you don't see you, you can't receive any of these things and utilize it in the right and proper manner. It'll just be me just speaking to you. So I hear a lot. Let me go back one more time. Remember that. I hear a lot. I see a lot. I feel even more. And that's crazy. Because nobody's taught me how to feel. How about you? Feeling all these things, but nobody's taught me how to feel. or how to, what's the word? Not receive. What's the word I'm looking for? To interpret these feelings and translate them. That's why they come out all incoherent. And it makes me, the me that I'm speaking of, when I'm in this state, angry, frustrated, foggy, depressed. And this is the state of the world. It's just so pervasive right now that many will not ever see them for who they truly are, no matter how much you show them. Because the saturation is so, again, pervasive. It is so dominant. It is so thick that unless you can actually reach in and pull that spirit out, even while it's resisting, and place it in a different atmosphere, a different time zone, then the cleansing won't work. You'll give it a boost. It'll feel good for a little bit, but it's like everything else. It'll become a quick fix. So you'll need me to make, and I'm getting to what I was saying a second ago. You'll need me to make a video every 5 minutes. Even though I'm making this video and they come out longer. To me, it's not that long. The time when I'm doing it, it goes by like this. But for you to be able to sit here and just get this, your attention span has been distorted. So if I'm not making short videos every 3 seconds, you can't stick with it. And if all you can do is watch a video every 3 seconds, that means you can't stick with it. If you need 2-minute videos and 3-minute videos, that means you can't stick with it. And these things are all right too, but sometimes you need a quick fix. But what happens when that fix go out? It's just like when you go to the liquor store, when you go to the weed spot, when you go to church, when you go to your mama house, when you go to man house, then you go to your girl house, that quick nut, that quick fuck. Everything is quick, and it doesn't last. But if you had staying power, even if you was only in the vagina, the pussy, I'm gonna say, if you was only in it, that sexual universe for 2 minutes, if you had staying power, that would be the best 2 minutes for you and her, for her and him. You would never say, oh, he's a 2-minute. You would be like, damn, that shit felt like 2,000 years. And you could wait 2 more months to do it again and wouldn't be mad. You would be anticipating, even though it's only 2 minutes. Because you would expel so much energy, so much wonderful and useful energy, it would sustain you for 2 months. And you would want to hold off to build up all that energy again, so that you can use it in the right manner, which would make you feel more powerful when you unleashed it. When you unleashed it. When you build it up so that you can let it go and knowing that it's going in the right place. So I want to say thank you to the ones that every time I see you, and even without hesitation, for some reason you hand me your phones. And at times I don't want to take them. It's not because of you. It's because of me. Because of what I am. For you may not be a parasite, but I see parasites all on you, feeding off you, and they just want my energy. They want me to give you a quick fix so they can take you off and direct you and redirect you from what you just met to go back into that shithole, but only to use the life that you were just given for more shit, for the destruction of yourself. So I need you to see yourself. Because again, if you can't see you, if you don't see you, you will never know who I am. So sometimes you may see a refusal, but it's not a refusal of you, it's a refusal unto that which is on you. And sometimes I'm going to give it to you anyway, because I know when I give it to you, it's going to kill those parasites on you. But again, if I kill those parasites, who you going to give the thanks to? If I rid you of your fleas and ticks, who you going to get a thanksgiving to? And why should I give you my energy when you know not who to give it to, how to give it back? But for the ones who I do, you've given it back in that instant. So sometimes I just have to give it to you anyway, because I see you and I need you to need you. I need you to see you, because it's time for you to see you and start accepting the things in you that you don't like and the things that you do like. Until you see, until you start to really take a look, you will be stuck in this cycle of psychosis, to where you looking right at me, you looking right in the mirror, but you, yeah, I got it. Because I did that. You didn't get it. It's in there, but you didn't get it. So, if you didn't get it, who's it going to? We have a lot of work to do. Excuse me. I have a lot of work to do. And in these feelings, it can feel overwhelming. It can feel hectic. It can feel burdensome. But when you're in the work, when I'm in the work, it actually feels good. It feels light. That's why doing the work for me and many other, parts of me, it feels good when we're working, when we're doing our natural work. But to do the work of the world's job, it feels horrible. So I need you to see you. If you don't see you, you won't know your place. You won't know how to get into your place. Where's your place? Who's holding your place? And the space that's open for you is not going to be open to you forever. We are in a very short window now. So you better jump aboard if you are fortunate enough for that train choo choo to run across your path. If you cross these tracks, it may look a little tattered. It may look a little rough. You know, you want the silver line of Amtrak, because we've been looking all the rough shit that we done had. But if that's your train, if you hear it calling your name, you better get aboard. We used to hop trains when we were younger, as they was just cruising by at that little smooth, little slow speed. My cousin Corey, Curtis, and Dame used to be with us, and Lamont, I think Gavson, and in the projects in the 85th and Tassafaranga. We had train tracks running through our projects, so we learned how to hop on these trains, break into these trains that they had placed by our projects on purpose for us to learn how to break into. Open them up, finding that this big, big old cars full of alcohol and alcoholic beverage mixes, so that we could take that back into the projects and share with, and we be all drunk and smiling and shooting and busting at each other and motherfuck you and all that, and making babies with all this shit because we don't really see each other. All we seen was the shit that they put in us and gave us. The same shit that we are on and addicted to right now that is causing us not to be able to see who I am. So I'm not here to hate what you do, but I'm always going to say to you when I meet you, how you doing? How is what you're doing affecting you? Is it good for you? Is it not so good for you at this time or that time? Is it beneficial? Is it holding you back? How's your eyesight? How's your smell? How's your taste? How's your hearing? Is it enhancing your senses, or is it depleting and giving you a ill life sentence? So everything that I had to go through to get here, now I'm here. And now that I'm here, where are you? Where are you who asked me to how many videos I make? How many of you are requesting videos or the word through this portal that we call videos? So I need you, if this is you, to put your prayer request in. I need you to not subscribe, but inscribe unto the inner parts of you, because that's what I'm doing. And if you are me, any part of me, whether you know it or not, you are, it's time for you to dig deeper. So not subscribe, because I'm not going to put you below me, but I see that you are already within me. So as I'm seeing that you are with me in me, it is because I've dug, because I'm doing work and I'm pulling out the diamonds in the rough and the jewels. And I know they can't shine right. They can't see right. So it's up to me to polish them, to see the potential and give it what it needs. Because before it was polished, it was just a fucking rock to the ones who can't see. But somebody picked it up and said, somebody knew, like, if I just, what would happen if I just, I kind of like this. And then all of a sudden it was bling. And everybody laughed at the rock when I did. Yeah, I don't want that shit. It's so ugly. But then when I took it, whether it was out of madness and anger and loneliness, now I came back. What's that? Where you get that from? Sound familiar? You could be around some people as rock, as my father say, the stone that the builders refused is not a cornerstone of the building. So you can be that one that's looking a little tattered and a little beat up, a little bushy, a little unrefined. Nobody's helping you refine yourself and to get glossy, but they laughing and they smirking and they looking down as if they on somewhere high. You leave off, and these people are supposed to be your family. These things are supposed to be what you're close to. You leave off and you go somewhere else. You start rolling down hills and getting thrown all over the place. And all of a sudden, the next time they see you, you got a whole nother face. You done changed everything about your ways. They don't even know who you are. You come through the town smooth. You ain't even on 26s. You on 15s, but it's look like you riding on whole planets. And they like, what the fuck is this? Hey, how you doing, baby? You remind me of somebody. After they get to speaking to you. Just like that little rock before it became a what? A diamond. Before it was called a diamond, but it was a diamond already there. A diamond. It was already that. But everybody doesn't have the mental capacity and fortitude to see through the first layers. They can't see through substances because they can barely see through past their eyelids. So now that stone has been thrown all over the place and it comes back, because when you throw a stone, it will come back. How it comes back is up to you. It might just crack your fucking head open in a way that you go to sleep right then and there, never to be again. Or it may just split you a little bit and you bleed, and it may wake you up so you can see. Damn, where did this come from? What is? So now it comes back into play. Just like you, because you have left that place and you've entered into another place, another echo chamber, another tunnel, a cave, so that you can what? Some people think you got to go outside in the light to see, but I'm here to show you it's ass backwards. Some people say you need, we've been trained, you need light to see. Well, what happens when you are the light? If I'm the light, how can I ever be blind? If I'm the light, how can I ever be without it? So maybe I'm not without it. Maybe I've always had this shine, but somebody has blinded me with an unnatural light. Maybe I don't have to go out into the light to see light, but maybe it's time for me to go into the darkness, because darkness is what makes light shine. Without darkness, you will just be blind. I can give you something else, but that's it. So I need you to see you. For if you see not you, you will never see me. And if you do, it won't be in the right manner. And you won't hop aboard the train, because you'll think I need followers. You want me to be on here like all these other niggas who actually need you to follow them so that they can feed off you. When I'm here to feed me. I'm here to feed myself. This is what I'm doing now. I'm feeding myself and all of my parts wherever you are. I'm giving you the waters of life and the nourishment you need to cleanse, so that as the darkness comes upon us, because it's time to go within, so that you don't be without, that you'll have enough light for you to see. And you'll see that I've been on the outside for too long. That's why we've always been trying to get on the what? The inside of different cliques, of different cults, of different gangs, of different societies, of different, and what is that? Not intuitions, institutions. But for me, all of their awareness and knowledge and things that they speak about, I only went because it looked like me. But when I go in and I see that all of you niggas are fucking hypocrites, all of you niggas are pieces of shit. You're made up of all shit. Maybe from one, a couple here and a couple there that are really pure, wonderful souls of light, but they're being fed upon by the viruses, by the parasites. And you're draining them to death. And you look at me a certain way because you see that I won't allow that to happen, even when I knew not who I was. I knew I wasn't allowing that to happen. So you got tricky and showing your little ways, and yeah, but eventually that all wears off too. Because when I go in to see. My cocoon is for me. That's why I'm the most beautiful butterfly, and yet you still don't even see my wings. You don't have to. Only I do. And as I see, it makes me feel the way I need to be. It keeps me emboldened and strengthened and resilient, but yet open enough for everything. So that when this darkness comes upon you, where are you going to be? Because it's coming. It's already here, but it's going to become more dominant. If you're not paying attention, sometimes you think darkness is black, dark skin. You're black. You're dark. But sometimes, no, the darkness is really the what? What? That sound crazy? Maybe because you've been around too many crazy people. See, that's what they've been teaching us. I mentioned it earlier. What if darkness was the light and light was really darkness? What if light is really light and darkness is really darkness? What if they one and the same, but it's about your perception of these things? So if you're not ready to see, that means you're not ready to go in. If you're not ready to get it in, you always be without, on the outside, trying to look in. And you'll never be able to see the real makings of the ones that come outside and they look like they got it together, but really, those are the pieces of shit that's feeding on you, keeping you, trying to keep you around with their illusions. Because while you're on the outside looking in, they're sucking your energy through the windows. You don't see nobody grabbing you. You don't see nobody pulling in on you. But if you take time to look at yourself, it's you who is looking in there while they're in there. Where's your energy going? Your energy is going where you direct it. It's going inside there with them. Out of your temple into the house of their gods. So I need you. I need you to inscribe unto yourself. I would like to, I need 1,000 inscribers. Actually, I need 100 million inscribers. I need everything that belongs to me to inscribe so that these portals are never closed for us again. This is how your wealth will always come to you, because it will stay with you, and because you're always working in it. The only thing that can come back to you is wealth. So even the unhealthiness, if it's picked up by your currency of wealth, it's going to be transformed. But I'm going to say reformatted in your currency, because you are in where you're supposed to be. So nothing, even if it's ill, can cause you ill because of your current state of mind, because you went in to do the work. So nothing can come out of you that is harmful to you, because before it even gets to you, and even when it's what? It's already been recalibrated. It's already been reformatted, because you did the work. So everything outside of you is now what? It is changing, because you have become a refiner. So I need you. I don't really like, I need you to subscribe. And with the every 2 minutes, the fix. What I'm giving you here, it doesn't run out. It goes out. Even when it runs, it doesn't fade away as that thing fades away. It fades away in beauty. But from you who don't receive it, who don't see it, that's what that fade away is for. It's, get off me. But when the river is running, it's never fading away. That wave might leave, but it's so many waves that what? They all beautiful. So the beauty never fades away. The life never fades away. It's doing what it's supposed to do. It's running. It's going and coming, but it's not running away from you. It's running to you. All my life. I ain't giving you all of that. Yeah. Because you'll take it and then you'll try to claim it as yours and you won't give me any proceeds from it. So this is one reason I don't make a lot of videos, because where are my proceeds? I shouldn't have to ask you, but maybe I should. So I'm asking you. I need you to see you so that you can hear me. I need 1 million subscribers. I need, excuse me, not subscribers, but inscribers. I need you to push that little icon on there so that when I do see you, I can go live. Because they say you need 1,000 first on this YouTube for you to go live. And I'm not used to doing that. I'm used to intermingling with myself when I go out. That's live to me. This is live, but it ain't live. It's live because I'm here live. When you live, it's you live and in person. Right now, you're seeing a digital reconstruction of me. So when we in person, live is live. They can't tell me when I'm going live and how to go live. They not live, they dead. This is the world of the dead. So I'm bringing life to the dead. So in this, I need you to return that life back. So I'm going to plainly and boldly say, again, I need 100 million inscribers. But to hit that little thing that says subscribe. Are you listening? It says subscribe. It says get below the writing. I don't need you to get below the writing. I need you to get in the writing. I need you to become the writer. But first you have to get in it so you can find out what to write. And if I need to overwrite something that is within my system that I've been congrammed in, that they told you you've been programmed. They told us that we've been programmed. They haven't programmed us. They've congrammed us. So this is the life that will take you out of the congramming and put you into the programming. But it has to be reformatted. And you do that even in computers from where? The outside or from the inside? We do it from the inside. Father's goodness. Asana. So this is our day. This is the Sabbath day. And I come to say to you, happy Sabbath day. And on this Sabbath day, I'm resting. And you should be resting. But in my resting, I won't allow myself to be arrested. So I need 100 million inscribers to hit that so that they can start paying me everything and all that they owe me. So that that can start trickling down and then flowing down unto you. And you don't have to be up here for water to come down. We can be here and the water can come down to you because you are there. We have a lot of things to do. We have a lot of things to build, and you've heard a lot of things and you've seen a lot of things. Have you heard me? Have you seen me? Can you work with me? And if you can, are you willing to? Are you ready? Because you better be or not. Either way it go, the water is flowing everywhere. And it's overwhelming all those who are not accepting of it. So I need you to see you. You don't have to hate where you've been. Don't hate where you've been. But if that's your feeling that you're going through, it's all right. Feel it, accept it, learn from it, learn what it is, how it feels. So if you don't like it, you don't have to be there. And when you do feel it again, you know what to do about it, to change it, to change that current state of being, that currency, that voltage, that wattage, those amps. So they're not bad energy, but it's been what? Reformatted and recalibrated into an energy which you can use in the right manner for the embedment and embodiment of you. So if you get what I'm saying, it's plain, but sometimes I have to make it a little to remove us from the places that we are in. But you had to go through everything that you had to go through. I had to go through it. I had to go, and I have to go through everything I have to go through to be who I am right here. So that I can do whatever it is I need to do and do it in the best manner and still be able to be this, but better because I went through it. I'm not stuck in it because I'm learning how to see more clearer. I'm allowing the water to take things away from me that I no longer need. I've got my lesson from that, and now I'm getting more sons from that, and more Dawatas, and more of the Dawata and my Asanans. So with those inscribing parts, hit the notification, hit the bells, or I should say hear the notification, hear the bells, the alarms that are going off in you. If you need more, ask for more. This is what I'm showing you. I'm not used to asking everyone for more, but I'm going against my enemies and me saying to me, don't ask these niggas for nothing. They're going to think you just like them and you just want, well, if that's what they think or that's what they feel, that's what you're going to have to think. And that's what you feel that you're thinking like. I'm going to do what I need to do. So if you need this, and not because you need it, I'm saying to you, this is what I need. But if you ask someone for something, you need to do something. You need to help them give you what it is you need to get. And then if they can't give that to you, from whether they're not doing it purposely to try to help you, or they are attempting to help you, and they can only give you this, at least you can now see that they are only able to give you this. But they're working towards whatever they're working towards is beneficial to you because you have someone that is there with you that you didn't even know about. So it may not fit your ultimate goal, but if you look at it, ultimately, this person is with me. They're for me. They're not trying to stop me, my current, from moving. They're actually adding to it. So they gave me everything I needed. But this over here, this damnation, has been holding back the water. Now the water that they do give me is stagnant. It's stinking. It's putrid. It's disease ridden. It's infested with piss and shit, flies and maggots and all type of garbage, toxic. I don't remember the Toxic Avenger. Poison and pollution. Y'all don't remember the Toxic Avenger? Probably never seen that. I heard of that. Where they should be throwing it in our face, they still do now. But if we can't see, then what difference do it make? But them devils get to say, I showed it to them. Even though they polluted your eyesight and everything else, they knew that you weren't going to be able to see them. They still so fucking stupid and arrogant that they're going to say, I showed it to them. Your time is up, nigga. All these fucking tough guys, your time is up. All you baddie bitches, All y'all bad bitches. You bad bitch, and your time is up. You let the sleeping dogs lie. That's what they do. So I need these things that I'm asking you for. I need you to see so that you can see yourself better. So when we see each other, we can go live right then and there. So I can pull up to you when you need. You can pull up to me when you need, and we can open the portal and show people that this is what's being done. When you give to what you're supposed to give out, you receive what you're supposed to receive. And again, when those other things that are unsavory and they come, they can't stay with you. It's just for you to learn. So when they come, you can let it come in, but just like it's a front door, open the back door too. You got windows. I ain't got to have all the windows and doors closed when the water come in. Open it up and let it go out. I ain't trying to hold on to nothing that way. For me to hold on is to let it go. It's all mine already. So all I'm asking you is for what's already mine. If you want to know what needs to be given, then it's your duty to ask, as well as it's mine to say to you. What you have to put in, it's your duty to make known. Well, I don't have this, but I have this. And that's okay. That's what you have. It's what I have. And it should be acceptable, because it is acceptable. Whether you accept it or not is up to you. But there's a need and a place for everything. But if you can't see, how you going to judge it to put it in its proper place and perspective? How are you going to utilize the currency that's coming to you? You're not going to be able to. So it's going to overload your system. Like right now, this is why you need me to make videos every 2 minutes, and I'm not going to do that anyway. This is for those who find themselves in a spot in that dark place where they needed the light, where they needed food, they needed sustenance. So again, as I put this out, it comes back to me, and it comes back to me when I meet you. So you may thought I forgot about this. Everybody who I've met, if you stay long enough, again, the current comes back. But if you don't stay long enough, you just end up in a dead pool. This is not a dead pool. This is the waters of life here. Everything gets renewed, chewed up, several different times, and unleashed for somebody else to chew it up, for it to be made anew in a different format, for it to be filtered and come back again. Father's goodness. So I'm saying thank you unto you. Me meeting you was an honor for me, because I see a whole lot better than I did. Seeing how you came to life when you seen me again, even though it looks like you never met me before. It does the world and wonders for me. So this is more than any, this is my money. Although in this system we need, at the time, we don't need it, but we can use it. Because the way you see, the way the world sees, they sees what has been given to us. They see value in things that have no value. So if you have volume, you can use it in volumes to regroom, to reshape those bushes that have not been trimmed in thousands of years. You can reform that landscape, and you can do it in a way to where it's beneficial, to you. If you get what I'm saying. I'm only here to take care of me. So if you think you are anything other than me, then you have fucked yourself. I need you to see you. So if you see that you need help, then help me help you on the path of me helping myself. One more thing. For whatever place you in, however you doing, how bad it feels, how good it feels, you don't know how it feels. Be thankful that you feel. And I gotta give you this. Instead of thanking the gods that we have been given and God this and God that and Lord that, it's time to start looking for things that most of us have not had. Even if your father wasn't there in your life forever and still right now, for it is him that gives life. And he's at least worthy of that. I know you've been taught as your mama, but your mama gave you not life. She was joined with the man who put life into her. You have always been with him. He has always been with you. Your mama has been with him. But she sees not clearly because she's drunk off the world, the vanity, the alcoholic vanity, the smoke and mirrors of arrogance that the world has given us all. We have all been desolate and destitute, even when you've had a man around of real almighty fathers. For he separates himself not out of arrogance and vanity, but to show us in the breakdown that we were always one and we will always will be. So I could not leave this out, for this is the day of the Father. This is our solid day. This is the day I have not declared, but has been ordained. It's not a Sunday. It's not a Monday. It's the Father's Day. And until you acknowledge the Father, you will never have a mother. You will never have a beautiful woman on the side of you because you haven't dealt with the bitch inside of you. You will never have beautiful and wonderful children no matter how they look, because you are not beautiful. You haven't brought out your beauty that is in you. You don't truly know how to be beautiful and wonderful. You don't appreciate the wonders that you have been filled with from your Father. So as I did not pull out a scripture, well, I did. I'm going to give you one from this book, the book of Malachi. People say Malachi, but Malachi. We're going to go to 3. Oh, actually, let me go here real quick, because this is what the scriptures open up as I've been trying to get this portal popping. 2nd Chronicles out of the book of Law, 16:11, King James Version. But it don't matter if you can't see. Scripture of I'm gonna start here real quick. I was getting ready to, now let me, yeah. This is chapter 36, the book of 2nd Chronicles, scripture 11. Zedekiah was 21 years old when he began to reign, and reigned 11 years in Jerusalem. So as a king, he got replaced, and you can read it yourself. I gave you the chapters and everything, but it's a king, just like so many even to this day. It's always a king. It's always some people who claim that they are in charge. But let's see what about your kings. And he began to reign, and reigned 11 years in Jerusalem. How come he only reigned 11 years? If everybody's so great, how come their reigns don't last long? And let's keep going. 12. And he did that which was evil in the sight of the Almighty, his father. He did what? That's what all you niggas do. And that's what make people so afraid of something different when it comes along, because all the other same shit try to appear different and make themselves different. But if you can't see, you're going to fall for the same okie doke all the time. When I look at these, I'll be like, how the fuck could you fall for that? You don't see that, nigga? You don't see that, bitch, nigga? So pervasive and dominant over them. "12. And he did that which was evil in the sight of the Almighty, his father, and humbled not himself." So power should have made him humble himself, but power does not, they said, absolutely corrupts. Power doesn't corrupt. Power emboldens you into humility. So what these entities are having, it is not power. They are punch drunk off of what? Arrogance. That's why they are so violent with you. That's why I said punch drunk, because it makes them want to be violent with you and be over you. This is why I need you not to subscribe, but to inscribe into what? You. See, the scriptures, when you read, it help you. But if you can't see, you won't get it. But it's God. It's a guide. It's instructions. It's what instructions do. They guide us through the pathways to show us how to do things better. It's not here to dictate everything you do, but it's to show you how to refine you to move better. And humbled not himself before Jeremiah, the prophet, speaking from the mouth of the Almighty. How can you speak of the Almighty? How can you be his mouth if you're not him? Well, nobody's God. Nobody. Shut your ass up. You a God, a weak ass God. We talking about the Almighty here, who you call God, ignorantly call God. How could he be his mouthpiece if he's not here? Where's my mouth? Is my mouth outside or is it on my face? My lips are what? My lips are my lips. They're on my face. They're not your lips. So if Jeremiah is speaking from the mouth of the Almighty, who is Jeremiah, who you call Jeremiah? At that time, he must have been who?
The Almighty.
The Almighty, who you call God. But you talking about you waiting on one. Every time he comes, you run. Not like the water running, but you run away in disrespect. And you neglect what you should. This is why you'll never reach your fullness. This is why they brain fucked us into hating what I said we should give thanks to. You should try it. You tried everything else. You tried the weed, you tried pills, you tried drink, you tried the cheap thrills, you tried the woman in heels, you tried some of you niggas tried the man in heels. I just seen a video yesterday and he got out the big at the truck stop. Big brutish ass fucking nigga, a pale Caucasian nigga. Got out in a mini skirt with some fucking heels out his truck. What the fuck? Truckers is supposed to be. This nigga had on a blouse and a mini skirt. You tried everything. Have you tried this? 13. And he also rebelled against King Nebuchadnezzar. So he rebelled against the father of all fathers. He rebelled against the king who he was given to. Well, let's see what the king, who had made him swear by father. So before he made him king, he made him swear to do what was right. This is a king, Nebuchadnezzar, who is not the Almighty's chosen per se, but he did choose him to take this task. He gave him this charge, but he did it to build up his family. He put us in the hands of Nebuchadnezzar for Nebuchadnezzar to take care of us while we were getting our shit together, while he was working on us. But while we went there, he said to us, don't be like them. What did we do? We went and became like them and wouldn't even listen to the one we want to become like. That's how stupid niggas are. So let me just read. And he made him swear by Father. But he stiffened his neck and hardened his heart from turning unto the Almighty Father of Israel. 14. Moreover, all the chief of the priests and the people transgressed very much after all the abominations of the heathen. See, he said I put them around heathens. But this Nebuchadnezzar was something different. Even though he in charge of the heathens, he's actually doing what I asked him to do. And you who are my children, do not what I asked you to do. And it's for you. And polluted the house or the temple of the Almighty, which he had hallowed in Jerusalem. The water came through, the fire came through to cleanse everything. He aired that bitch out. Why? Because it had to be filth in it. So to clean, everything must go. And I give it back to my children, and what do? 15. And the Almighty Father of their fathers sent to them by his messengers, rising up betimes and sending, because he had compassion on his people and on his dwelling places. Nowadays, let me get straight to it. You women, your ass is out. You womans, you are fucking out of here because you've helped the heathen. You spoiled the minds of the seeds. Your land is defiled and polluted. This is why it had to be hollowed out. It's like the land must have a douche like you, bitch. Because your vagina is fucking horrid. So in us passing through the matrix, we are catching the diseases of you and your heathen ass boyfriends. You have been the head of these things. You can try to blame the man and make us hate fathers. That shit is over with. What I'm getting to, this last scripture, not the last one I'm going to read to. I'm going to read to myself. The last one I'm going to read. This is has been the work of you and your boyfriends. This is why we can't see each other. Well, excuse me, why you can't see you. Actually, you see you. You know how ugly you fucking are. That's why you got all that fucking makeup and shit on. That's why your sons are now wearing makeup and shit. Not trying it because let me see on TV. No, you tried it and now it's still on you. And you can't make up your mind, even though you keep putting pounds of makeup on it. You can never change who you are from that shit, from the outside. So it's saying here, he's come plenty of times. Why the fuck you waiting on one to come? Just like your pastor, you waiting on one to whisper sweet nothings and lies to you, huh? That's why you like little boys who haven't been prepared for life, so you can pervert their minds and turn them into little bitches like we have today. No, it's not their fault. It's your fault. And even though you having a father, you say that you're the smartest thing on the planet. So how come the world look like this under your watch? So in the 15 again, and the Almighty Father of their fathers, see, somebody greater than them, sent to them by his messengers. He ain't say one. Rising up betimes and sending, because he had compassion on his people and on his dwelling place. You think he don't like you. You just ain't never heard him. You ain't never opened yourself up to him. Even if he in a fucked up state, you need to be open to your father now is what I'm saying to you. Because he's within you and he's calling you. He still has compassion for your raggedy ass mama. Why you think he ain't knocked that bitch head off? Because she should be put to death for everything she's done to us. Everything. She should be put to death. This is why she's being put to death now. And no one will save her. Because she's fucked off everything. So although you may say my father wasn't there for me and such, even he don't know. But his spirit had to leave because he didn't know what to do with your mom. He had to separate himself only to be able to see the dynamics of what was already inside him and to show his family this is what happens even when he didn't what's that like when you don't consciously know something, even when he didn't consciously know it, what we call consciously but cautionly know what he was doing. His spirit separated himself. That's that bird, I think, so that he could see the breakdown, so that the family could see the breakdown, the dynamics in the family breakdown. This is the only way that it can be built back up. You have to go not inside, but you have, excuse me, not outside, but you have to what? Break things down to go inside. Now I can take the Lego blocks and stack them up the way they need to be. And now I appreciate what's on the inside because I've seen it. Now I'm not operating just off the outside. I know the inner workings of how this thing moves and how it works and how it needs to go. So now I can, when I build this complex system, I know how to move it, to move with it. 16, but they mocked the messengers of Father and despised his words. You hate your fathers today. We've been taught to hate them. That's why we only have daddies. We want to give them respect and honor, even for the best of us. You're still not living to your potential. And most of you will say, nah, nigga, yeah, you proving it right then and there. Because if you did, we wouldn't have the bitches that I'm now speaking about towards the finishing of this video. There would be none of these. And if they were, there would be few and far, because the what you call transformation, the recalibrating and the reformatting of the body, of the spirit, would change the body. So I'm absolutely purely right. You have not. And I say this in purity for you. Again, not to subscribe, but to inscribe. You are being rewritten right now as I speak. I am rewriting your soul and your spirit. I am refining it. Because I am that which you seek. I know because I am me. So they mocked and despised his words. That's why you feel like you despise these words. You really don't. But that's the spirit of the woman on you. The woman on you. The woman without the quality of a man will only turn and destroy herself and everything around it. Oh, you hating on woman. No, I'm not. I am woman. Fuck, I'm going to hate on myself. Only when I don't know myself. See, again, so we're never separated, but only to what? Show the separation, to break down the inner workings. But when I say mine, me, my woman is already here. My children are already with me. I am complete. It is you who are incomplete in your ignorance. But they mocked the messengers of Father and despised his words and misused his prophets, and misused his prophets until the wrath of the Almighty arose against his people, till there was no remedy. Now there's no remedy now, but to destroy everything. So I need you to see what's going on so you can make your choice for yourself. Don't let nobody else make choices for you, not even me. It is your time. It is your choice. And you won't be able to even use your raggedy ass mama for an excuse. Your daddy that's been seeming missing in action, all these, you cannot use him as an excuse anymore because you have lived enough to where you are able, because I know the capability I made you with, to see and add these things up for yourself. No matter how much fuckery they put in you, they still had to go by the calibrations and the schematics and the format that I set. They cannot exist without the pure format that I already made. A lie cannot exist without the truth. Therefore, it is a perversion of the truth, a malformation. So it is the truth, even though it is a lie. But if you are not willing to go within, you will never discover the truth that is within the lie. The truth is so beautiful in its plainness. This is why a lie seems more glorious, more spectacular, more dressed up, more makeup, because it has to be. That's why a woman with just a little lip gloss and her beauty outshine every bitch in a sequin dress. Because it's stunning, beautifully. That's why she never has to do much at all. The less she does, the more men want her. The more she does, the more niggas want to fuck. 17. There's no remedy except to wash everything away. 17. Therefore, he brought upon them to the king of the Chaldees, the Chaldeans, who you niggas worship, especially here today in Michigan, Detroit area. That's where I live. Well, I live everywhere, but this is why my body is placed in Detroit, Michigan. Where niggas worship the Chaldeans who hate your fucking guts. We give all of our time, all our money, we give it all to them, and they hate your fucking guts, and they rape the shit out of us like they did us back then. And you still don't pay attention. He did what? Therefore, he brought upon them the king of the Chaldees. This was punishment. Nebuchadnezzar wasn't supposed to be punishment. He was keeping us. Who slew their young men with the sword. So your father left because he didn't know what to do with your mama. He didn't know how to put her in his place because he didn't know how to deal with his feelings inside of him. And she blamed him for that. But if you smarter than me, bitch, how come you don't know how to show me how to deal with my feelings? If you so emotional and you so intact with your emotions, how come you can't teach me to deal with my feelings? Inequality of myself so that I can come out full. How come everybody emotions all over the place and it's chaos if you so great in your feelings? Therefore, he brought upon them the king of the Chaldees, who slew their young men. That's what they're doing right now. By your hand and his hand. With the sword in the temple of their sanctuary, and had no compassion upon young men or maiden. Now they don't care about you. I seen some filthy, these niggas is making pornos where they making you do the nastiest shit and you doing it for a couple of dollars just to work in the back of the counters in a fucking liquor store that's killing everybody. They spitting on you, shitting on you, and you accepting all this for pennies. But you'll talk bad to a man who's even just seen the video. I see him so many. Who's actually he's still not being a full father, but in the mindset of what you think a man is, he's paying the bills and not throwing it in your face, listening to you, and you still the head of the house. But you trying to run it down, and you won't let him do any of these things, but you'll go off with these low life motherfuckers and let them do the worst shit to you. The Chaldeans you worship, and you niggas worship them. Why they worship him? Because you worship him, woman. But you'll see me and you'll call me a piece of shit. You'll call me a broke ass nigga. And you know what I'm gonna say? Yeah, I've been broken. Yep, I'm still broke. But the thing is, I'm fixing. Not fixing to get to it, but yes, I'm fixing to get to it. So I'm always in a state of repair from all the cracks and bends and breakages that you've given me. So if I'm broken, who broke me? You broke me as your new toy. And then you made another toy. You let somebody else put another toy, another toy in you because you didn't like that version or it didn't work out with that version. You're not taking time with yourself to see you. So you end up with different versions of everybody else that you don't know how to handle because you don't know how to handle yourself. This is why we out here getting slain and had no compassion on the young men or maiden. This is why you are dying so profusely today. And it's only the beginning. Yeah, you wanted to be a man. Now your ass is getting treated like a man and slaved like men. While you men, you better be paying attention because a duty is given to you and it's coming back to you. Because no matter what and how foul she is, this is still your responsibility. That's the cold and fucked up part about it. That when you break it down, you got to be able to build it back up. Because no matter what, people, you are responsible for it. I am responsible for it. So if I break it down, I better make sure I keep up with all my pieces, or I'm not going to be able to put it back together the way it's supposed to be. Or him that stooped over, or him that stooped for age. So even if you was hurt and you had ail, they don't care nothing about that. This so-called white man right now, the Chaldeans, they Caucasians with darker hair, they don't give a fuck about none of our problems. Pay me with nigga. None of our situations. That's not their duty. It's not what they were made for. They are punishment to us because we've been disobedient unto ourselves. And all the vessels of the temple of Father, great and small, that's 18, and the treasures of the house of the Almighty, and the treasures of the king, and of his princes. All these he brought to Babylon. Then they took away all our things. Now we spending every last bit of our life and second trying to get something that shine. Because we don't see right. 19. And they burnt the house, and they burnt the temple of Father, and break down all the walls of Jerusalem, and burnt all the palaces thereof with fire. That's why ain't no black towns, except when you go in the hood and it look black and dirty as shit. Excuse me, not black. It's really not any natural spaces, any golden towns, any colorful places. You may look dressed colorful and but really you dark as shit. So everything is burnt down. That's why you can go in all where we dwell, where we predominantly dwell in the inner cities, they all fucking burned down. And they left it that way on purpose. Now the so-called revitalization comes in when the pale people come in, the fake ass white people come in, your saviors, the Chaldeans and everybody else that they bring, and they start building it up again. Now you look at them again as if they your saviors. You stupid ass nigga, why you didn't build it up? Why you burn it down? Why you men ain't stepping up to these women and saying, fuck no. I learned the first time I had a baby with a baby. Now I ain't having no more baby mamas. No more baby dramas and baby problems. Bitch, you get no seeds. You get no seeds. Because you niggas is more bitch than them. So if she out here behaving like this, it's because you out here behaving like this. And you really got it in you to turn all of this shit around. Nobody escapes the trouble we in. It's all of us together. But I do get to point and show this is the effects of this. This is the effects of this. This is why this happens. This is the cause from that. This is the only way you get the cure. We all have played parts in it. What you gonna do now? "19. And they burnt the temple of Father, and break down the walls of Jerusalem, and burnt all the palaces thereof with fire, and destroyed all the goodly vessels thereof. 20. And them that had escaped from the sword. This is where the book first opened. But I gave you pretext, and I'm giving you aftertext. And them that had escaped from the sword. Some people thought they were slick and you can run away. You're going to move to the Bahamas. I'm going to move to Africa. I'm going to go to China. Let's see. Carried he away to Babylon. Nah, you got your ass snatched up too. Where they were servants to him and his sons until the reign of the kingdom of Persia. In astounding notice, to fulfill the word of the Almighty by the mouth of Jeremiah. So every time they come, most of you don't listen. Damn near none of you listen. That's why we always end up under somebody else's arms, under somebody else's wings, in servitude, in slavery, until the land had enjoyed her Sabbaths. What is a Sabbath? This is the day we on now. It's the day of rest. For as long as she lay desolate, she kept Sabbath to fulfill. So it says, as long as the land lay desolate, what does that mean? That means as long as you niggas are on the land, it will always be filthy. It will always be polluted. It will always be garbage. It will always be unworthy because you are unworthy. You are garbage. You are polluted. And as we read over here in 16, the Almighty arose against his people. You made him this way. He didn't turn against you. You turned against him. Till there was no remedy. So the only answer left is to get rid of you because you are unworthy to be here. But it's a beautiful spot. Actually, this is beautiful. I'm so happy. This is what Sabbath days are for. This is why I'm sharing with you on this day. Because right now I'm getting rid of all the unsightly things and blemishes that are within me. All the broken pieces that I just mentioned a second ago, they're being fixed. They're being remedied right now. Through the word and the water of my Almighty Father. For as long as she lay desolate, because the land is the what? The she is the body. But the inner workings of the body is the spirit of the mind, the Almighty mind. She kept Sabbath to fulfill 70 years. You do the math. In astounding. Now in the first year of Cyrus, king of Persia, that the word of the Almighty spoken by the mouth of Jeremiah might be accomplished. Why y'all only stuck on one man when every time I read this, he came as so many men, even in some women, as some women, wonderful women. The Almighty stirred the most beautiful, stirred up the spirit of Cyrus. So Cyrus didn't do it by himself. The Almighty stirred up Cyrus, king of Persia, that he made a proclamation throughout all his kingdom and put it also in writing, saying, inscribe. He put it in writing. He didn't subscribe. He inscribed on the walls, on the tablets. This is what I came to ask you today. No, not to ask you. I ask you for some things, but really, I'm commanding you. I'm instructing you to inscribe. But it's time for you to see yourself so you know what to inscribe. Stop just writing frivolously. Because whether you pick up a pen or a pencil or not, you are writing the details of your life through the actions and choices that you make. And what is it saying about you? When the tablets is open and you are being asked, what have you done? 23. Thus saith Cyrus, king of Persia, all the kingdoms of the earth hath the Almighty Father of heaven given me. So even though he's not one of us per se, he said the Almighty gave it all to him and he had it. But why is he giving honor praise and glory, talking about the Sabbath, to our Father that you don't honor. And you mad at them that they have things, but they show more honor to your Father than you. Why do we say we want to be like them, but we don't get the good things that they actually do? We just look at the things that they got. Or you just look at the things that they got. And you don't get the good things from them, because I've always looked at the things that they have and the good things that they got and how they got it. It's been a working procedure to get here, though. But I always looked at the fullness as much as I can see. And not being mad at my adversaries for having it all the way, mad at them for having the things they have, but saying, if you are so great, then how come you don't help me become great? Being mad at this, like, you must be a liar. You must be a rapist and a fornicator and a perverter and perversion of truth, because what you say don't match your actions. Thus saith Cyrus, king of Persia, all the kingdoms of the earth have the Almighty Father of heaven given me, and he hath charged me to build him an temple in Jerusalem. You gonna let the heathen build you a temple? Well, if the heathen is building me a temple, that means my children really must not be shit. Which is in Judah, and he's putting it exactly where it's supposed to be, not by him. He's putting it, what does it read? Who is there among you of all his people? Right where his people are. The Almighty, his Father, be with him, and let him go up. And he's commanding all of his people to honor his proclamation, his order, not to touch you. This shall be done. And he's giving thanks to my Father, but we thank him not. So I'm going to show you, though, and this is the finishing. We're going to go to Malachi. That was 2 Chronicles, chapter 36. In the 1611 King James. Stop worrying about this and that and seek what's within. Go right here. This is Malachi, chapter 4. We're going to start with 5. Behold, I will send you Elijah the prophet. Here's another one, huh? You waiting on one, but here's another. And he's saying, I sent them. Behold, I will send you Elijah, people say Elijah, the prophet, before the coming of the great and dreadful day of the Almighty. Jesus? No, you said who they call Elijah. Eliah. Before the coming of the great and dreadful day of the Almighty. 6. This is the time we in. So for you wonderful and beautiful women, you women who respect the man, because you respect yourself, to deny the man is to deny yourself. For me to deny the woman is to deny myself, and I will never come or be in completeness and fullness. This is equality. And he shall turn the heart of the fathers to the children. Why? Because the woman has turned the heart of the children against the father. Her and her lying ass boyfriends. and the heart of the children to their fathers. And the children respect me not, because I didn't know what to do with my woman. So my children look at me as if I'm everything, because they see that I'm everything, and they wonder what I wonder. Why isn't he doing everything he can to clean this up, to take me from here? They don't really want to be with your ass, even when they get older. That's why they tearing your fucking houses up now. And you on the internet crying to everybody, showing how dirty and filthy your fucking house is. And that's just a reflection of your what we call Congo business. But I'm gonna say your filthy ass vagina, your dirty ass pussy, your cunt, your box, your cut. It's not a womb, it's a wound now. As Phil Valentine said, the wounded womb. But now it's become a cesspool. I don't know how you dudes are still going in there. They scared me off years ago. I can have another woman. But they didn't want that. They don't want to be cleaned up. They want to fuck me. Now, bitch, I don't want to fuck you. Even though when I used to say I want to fuck, I really didn't want to fuck you. To me, that was like punching your ass in the face because you thought you was something that you weren't. So, bitch, I'll fuck you, get what I'm, then I'm gone. But if you had a different face, if you had a different face that was receivable of goodness, I would have wanted you to stay. Because part of me wanted you to stay. Men never want to leave women. After all this shit you do to us, we never want to leave you still. Because in us is made that we the fixers. You the breaker, I'm the fixer. But in me, it's a breaker also. And I can break your ass more than you ever think you can break me. That's why you don't help us get to where we need to be. And my thing is, I never want to break you, because breaking you is breaking me. I never want to break you in that manner, I should say. But at times I have to break myself to find out what's inside of me. I don't understand the yoke. Nobody outside can give it to me. So I had to be broken. But I'm in a state of repair. How about you? Are you ready to be repaired? Because this is what I'm speaking of. This is what the Sabbath day does. It repairs the mind, the soul, mind, and body. 6, one more time. And he shall turn the heart of the fathers to the children. The father don't, he liked the chin, but he don't, because they all act like you. So he wants to like them, but he can't because they don't like him. And I don't know how to deal with that. You've had them too long. That's why we read over here in Chronicles, there's no remedy except to start anew. But then he went over there to start another family, but he still didn't know what to do with himself, nor can he deal with this woman that he got. And now his family may be a little bit better because he learned lessons, but it's not the same. And we still got broken pieces and members all over the place. And it's my duty to go get that and fix it. And if I don't, then chaos. So the hearts are being turned back from the fathers to the children, and the heart of the children to their fathers, lest I come and smite the earth with a curse. So if we don't do what we're supposed to do, then this is what happens. This is why we are in where we're in, because we haven't been doing what we're supposed to be doing. So a weak woman and a pussified ass nigga say he's woman bashing. I ain't bashing shit. Actually, I am, but I'm bashing it in the right way. I'm fighting back what has been bashing me. But what I'm bashing you with is the water. Why? Because you're resistant to the water. The water's not going out to bash, the water's going out to cleanse. And it would only bash those who don't want to be cleansed. So every time I've met you, at least for that moment, if you look at this and you've reached it, it's because in that moment we were cleansing each other. So there's no need to shake hands and say certain times, for we were connecting with and through the water. So if this finds you, let it connect. Rejoin yourself with what is you already. It's okay to be you. It's okay to be broken. Because now that you've admitted, let's just not say admitted, but what is that? Accepted. What's that other word I'm thinking for? It's an R word. Acknowledged. Not an R word, but acknowledged. You've seen it. Now that you've known, you know that you are broken. Now you can start to search for what it is to what? Fix it. To be healed. To be repaired. Listen to that word one before we go. Repaired. A pair is what? 1, 2. 1 and 2. Let's reverse it. Repaired. Break down. To be repaired. To be rejoined. Let us be rejoined in the Name of the Most High, Maker of life itself, my Almighty Father. For this has been the word of the Almighty, given through the body and the vessel of Fatah Iyam. Mishad El Injal Seku the Fa'id Fo One. Who are you?